In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Google Flow step by step so you can plan a video with AI, generate images and clips, keep a character consistent across scenes, and edit it all into a finished piece. Flow is Google's AI filmmaking tool, and what sets it apart is the agent. It storyboards the whole project with you before you spend a single credit on video. We'll go from a blank prompt to an exported ad, and I'll show you what each step costs along the way. I'm Jamie, and let's get into it. Head to flow.google and sign in with your Google account. This is the home page. Across the top, a carousel of what's new. You can see the character tools front and center. Below that, your recent projects, and right in the middle, the new project button. Up in the header, you'll also see Flow Music and Flow TV. Those are separate tools. Flow Music makes soundtracks, and I've got a video on it, linked above. Today is all about video. Before we click it, let's talk about credits, because this is the part every beginner asks about. Up in the top right, click on your plan badge to see your balance. Everything in Flow that generates a video costs credits. Text costs nothing, planning costs nothing, images cost little, video costs the most. The free tier gives you credits that refresh daily. The paid Google AI plans, Plus, Pro, and Ultra, give you more and unlock the newer models, including the agent. Now, one thing worth knowing, if you're on a school or work account, Flow is available as a Google Workspace service, but your admin has to turn it on, and some features stay restricted. If you don't see what I'm showing here, that's the reason. Now, let's click New Project. Here's the workspace, all media, characters, scenes, and tools down the left. The canvas in the middle, you can drag and drop your own photos and videos straight onto it. And on the right, the AI assistant with the prompt box at the bottom of the panel. Next to the prompt box are three small buttons, a plus to add media, agent instructions, and settings. We're going to use all three. Now, that's the whole layout. Everything we do from here starts from that prompt box. Let's start with a real project. Basecamp Brew Co. is a small batch roaster in a mountain town, and they're launching a new bag called Ridgeline Espresso. We're going to make a short ad, but before I type a prompt, one quick stop. Beside the prompt box, click that little slider icon, Settings. This is where the credits get decided, so let's take a look at this before we spend any. Four things live here, and I'm not going to change anything right now. I just wanted to make sure you know where they are. At the top, confirm before generating. Always means that the agent's going to ask before it spends any credit, never means it doesn't. I like to leave this on. Below that, image defaults, aspect ratio, how many variations per prompt, and the model, Nano Banana 2, or you can select others. Then video defaults, 16:9, 9:16 variations, and the model, 4 video models, Omni, Flash, VO 3.1, Light, Fast, Quality, faster cost, fewer credits. We're staying on Omni Flash. One thing to watch, the variations count ×2 on images means 2 images per prompt, and ×4 on video means 4 videos and 4 times the credits. Keep video at ×1 while you're learning. All right, close that. One more thing before the prompt, and this is what an experienced user does. Besides settings is an agent instructions, and anything you put here applies to everything the agent makes in this project. I'm going to give it 2 rules up front. I'm going to say, always use Basecamp Brew Co. brand colors, forest green bag, copper logo, and the bag label only ever uses words like Ridgeline Espresso and Basecamp Brew Co. And I'm going to just save this, click done. The second rule is there for a reason, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. Now, the prompt. In the prompt box, I'm going to type, create a 30-second ad for Ridgeline Espresso, a new small batch coffee from Basecamp Brew Co. And I'm just going to go ahead and send that. Notice, Flow doesn't generate anything yet. The agent asks questions first. What's the vibe? I'm going to say, early in the morning, quiet, warm. The hero is the Ridgeline bag, visual style, photorealistic, natural light. First, it gives us a concept, a name, a tone, and 4 scenes with rough timings that add up to the 30 seconds. I'm going to read it over. It's already using the brand colors from our instruction, and it's only putting on Ridgeline Espresso on the bag. Now, that's the rules at work. Now, here's the key thing. This is all text. Editing costs nothing. So if something's missing, add it now. And something is missing. There's no person in this ad. Someone pours those beans and takes the first sip, but nobody's defined. So that's exactly how you end up with a different man in every shot. So let's pin him down and ask for a full storyboard at the same time. I'm going to type Add a character named Eli, a man in his late 30s, in a dark flannel shirt. He pours in scene 2 and takes the first sip in scene 3. Then build a detailed storyboard. Now we've got the full plan. Up top, the things to establish first: Eli's late 30, salt and pepper beard, plaid flannel, the bag, and read the line label text, Ridgeline Espresso, and Basecamp Brew Co. Nothing else. That's our instructions baked into the plan. And the setting, a cabin kitchen, then 4 frames, each with the action, the camera, and the lighting. 4 frames, about 8 seconds each, 30 seconds total. The balance didn't move, and the agent asked the right questions. Does it want to generate reference images for Eli and the bag before the scenes? Yes, that's what keeps everything consistent once we start generating. I'm going to add the location too. I'm going to type yes, reference images for Eli, the bag, and the cabin, and the storyboard grid. A minute later, the references Eli, and there's his face, the beard, the plaid, the cabin, and the bag for a screen, copper logo, and 2 lines we asked for. Big and correct. Now, that's the agent's instructions doing their job. Now, be honest with yourself about what you're looking at. Zoom in and still snuck a block of fine print under the label. So roast, origin, flavor notes, the instructions steer the agent. The image model can still add its own detail. At video size, the fine print is unreadable, so it doesn't really matter here. What matters is the words people will actually see are right. Now, that's the standard big text, correct, small text you can't read, and the whole storyboard as one grid, one panel per frame, the brand shot on the last one. You might see a failed tile along the way. The grid took 2 tries for me. Just trash it. The agent already reran it. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Notice a new item on the left, images showed up. It shows as soon as the project has any. The agent made all these from the storyboard text, and this is the part that people miss. Flow isn't only a video tool anymore. Since the spring, image generation from Whisk and ImageFX lives right here, powered by Nano Banana 2. You don't need a storyboard for it. Type make an image of anything in the prompt box and it will make you one. But let's work with the bag it made. Now click into it. This is the image editor. Crop and select tools are over here to the left, version history on the right, and a prompt box that asks what you want to change running on the Nano Banana 2. Edits are in plain language. So this is a clean product shot. Let's add something to it. I'm going to type add a hand-thrown ceramic mug beside the bag, matching the lighting. Keep the bag exactly as it is, and we'll go run. And there's the update. The bag didn't change and the mug matches the light. Now, see the layers icon on the image? That's the version history. Every edit is kept. So you can always go back, adding or removing objects, changing colors, adjusting lighting. The editor's good at all of that. Now, about that second rule, agent's instructions, the one about the label text, here's why it's there. On an earlier run, I didn't set the rule and the bag came back with tasting notes that said caramel and raries and a weight of 12 OS. Small text is the one thing AI images still get wrong, and this is a reference image, so every clip that shows the bag would copy the mistake. I tried to fix it in the editor 4 different ways, fix the spelling, replace the line, rewrite the whole label, remove the line. None of them worked. The editor is great for objects, colors, and lighting. It's not reliable when it's about redrawing some small type. So the fix isn't in the editor, it's upstream. Tell the agent once in agent instructions which words matter. Now, that's why the bag has the brand big and correct and why every clip from here on will match. When you see a text error in Flow, don't edit, regenerate, and keep the text you care about large. You might ask, why does this matter? Images are a fraction of the cost of video. So nail the look here, the bag, the colors, the setting, and then animate it. Now, that's the cheapest way to iterate in Flow. Let's do exactly that. Let's right-click the image right here and choose Animate. And I'm going to add a prompt. Slow push in on the bag as steam rises from the mug beside it. And we'll generate it. So we have a still image now to a moving shot from a picture that we already approved. Now, let's go back to the storyboard grid and one more look before we spend anything. This is our last cheap check. So wrong setting, wrong product, missing text. Click the grid and say so in the prompt box. Get every fix here Back to our ad. The storyboard's approved, so let's generate the clips. Now, here's the approval step. Before the agent spends anything, it tells you what it wants to generate and what it will cost. Mine started the first scene, and now it's asking about the remaining 3 for 39 credits, so about 13 per clip. That number moves with clip length and model, so read it every time. Sometimes it runs a few times, sometimes the whole set. It decides, but it will always show the cost first. 3 buttons: approve does the batch, reject stops it, and the middle one, approve, don't ask again. I'd leave that alone until you know the tool. It lets the agent just keep spending without checking in. If you click it by accident, that's that confirm setting we looked at earlier. Flip it back to always. Now, this is the only step in the video that really spends real credits, so read that number every time. Approve, the clips queue up, and each one shows its progress as it renders. If the agent splits them into batches, it'll check in before the next one. Now, click approve or just type yes, and here's something you'll run into. Generations fail sometimes, flow's busy, or something just goes wrong. Not a problem. Some failed titles give you a retry button, some only give you a trash icon. Either way, the fix is the same. Delete the title and tell the agent, try that one again. It asks for approval because a retry is a new generation. Approve, and it's back to the queue. Now, notice the left navigation again, videos tab. Now that we have video, the sidebar grows as the project does. A few minutes later, here they all are. Watch how the cabin, the light, the green plaid, and the bag carry from clip to clip. That's the storyboard doing its job. These look like one ad, not a pile of random videos. But check every clip, the same way that we check the bag. Look at this first sip shot. He's holding a plain white cup. Every other shot has that speckled ceramic mug. Now, that's a continuity slip, and it's the kind of thing you catch now. Remember it. We'll fix it in a minute without regenerating the whole clip. Now, click into any other clip to hear the audio. Flow generates sound and dialogue with video. Now, sometimes you need more control than text prompt gives you. That's where frame to video comes in. We need 2 images, where the shot starts and where it ends. And we already have them, thanks to the version history, the original bag reference, just the bag, and then the edited one, the bag with the mug. Now, one catch first, and it's worth knowing. OmniFlash can start a frame, but not end a frame. So Google lists that as coming soon. So open settings, and under video, switch to the model to VO 3.1. All 3 VO tiers support both frames, and light is the cheapest. This is the one time in the video I'll change the setting, and then I'll switch it back after. Now, click the plus in the prompt box. This opens the asset picker. Everything in the project sorted by images, video, characters, your avatar, and uploads, plus an upload media button at the bottom, so your own files you can bring up. Pick the bag on its own, add the prompt, and then the bag with the mug, add to prompt. And then tell the agents which is which. The start frame, the second is the end frame. Hand sets the mug down beside the bag. Send and approve. The clip starts on the bag alone and ends on the bag with the mug, exactly like our 2 images. When a shot has to start and end on something specific, this is how you get it. Back in settings, switch the model to OmniFlash again. And we're on to the next trick. Here's the trick most people don't even realize is in here. You can get new camera angles from a video you already have, generated or filmed. Take the first sip clip, 1 shot, 1 angle, Eli at the counter. Now click the plus, go to the videos, and pick the clip, add to prompt, that makes it an ingredient, then type, give me 2 more angles of the exact same shot, 1 over his shoulder and 1 wide one from across the kitchen. I'm gonna just send this, approve, and a minute later, there, 2 new angles of the scene that only existed once. If this was your phone footage, it works exactly the same way. Upload it through the same picker. Now, same idea, 1 step further. Add the clip again, and this time, keep the motion in the framing, but replace Eli with a woman in her 60s in a Basecamp Brew apron. Now, send, same, sip, same timing, different person. 1 more with ingredients, because this one changes the whole look. Add the first sip clip again. Now add a second ingredient, a reference image in the style you want. I'm going to use a watercolor illustration, uploaded the same way. So the motion is identical, the sip, the steam, the window light, and still there. But now it's a painting. Same Same trick works for paper cutout, claymation, brand illustration style. Shoot it once, generate it once, and let Flow do the reshoot. The hardest part of AI video is keeping the person the same from one scene to the next. Flow handles that with characters. On the left, click characters. You can describe someone with a prompt or upload a reference photo, and you can be the character. The top right, if you click your profile pic, then create avatar, you can see I already have one here, but you scan the code with your phone, it captures your face and your voice, and from there, your avatar sits in the assets picker under avatar, ready to drop into the scene. Setting it up takes about 3 minutes. Now, back to Eli. Let's make Eli a real character. In the prompt box, I'm just going to paste his description from the storyboard. Late 30s, weathered hands, dark navy, wool flannel, sleeves rolled. I'm going to generate that. Now, that works. Up top, I'm going to name him Eli. Down below, I'm going to pick a voice and click Done. Now, let's use him. In the prompt box, I just click the plus, choose the character on the left, select Eli, and add to prompt, or type the @ symbol, does the same thing. He's now referenced in the prompt, so let's finish it. Eli hands a Ridgeline espresso bag across the counter and smiles. I'm going to send that and approve it. So take a look, same face, same flannel, new scene. Now you can build every clip that @ reference and Eli stays Eli for the whole ad. I almost forgot to fix the white cup, and it's the part I'd probably use most. You don't regenerate a whole clip to fix one thing. You just click the clip, and this opens the clip editor, like I showed you before, the preview up top, and at the bottom, a box that says, describe your edits, with the model chip beside it. OmniFlash is the fast, cheap one, fine for small changes. I'll type, replace the white cup with the speckled ceramic mug from the other shots. Keep everything else the same. I'm just gonna send this, and wait a moment. Flow keeps the performance, the light, the framing, and swaps the cup. Small change, small cost, nothing else touched. And I can click Done and go back. Right now we have a folder of clips. The agent gets you this far. It plans and generates, but it won't cut the ad for you. So that's scenes. On the left, click scenes, then that plus up top to make a new one. And here's the editor. You got your preview up top, timeline on the bottom, and the aspect ratio here over on the left. You can see it's right now 16:9. You can change that if you want. Click the plus on the timeline to add a clip. I'm going to start with that bag in the morning light. Once it's in, I can preview it, I can trim it, and let's add the rest as we're at it too. So I'll go get the other clips and we'll just bring them in. Sometimes it takes a second to add them. So now it's a basic editor. Drag to reorder, grab an edge to trim, and the same describes your edit box down below what we did below. So I can select any clip on the timeline, describe one change, and it updates. Like, I think that bag of coffee should be opened in the background. When it's done, exactly what we did with the cup. Top right, there's a heart, favorite, share, download, and done. Click download to export the full scene. If you'd rather finish it in Premiere or DaVinci Resolve or CapCut, go back, click videos, hover any clip, 3 dots, download. Every clip comes out individually. You can see at the different, whether you want it at 4K or 1080p, export the whole thing and take the pieces. Your call. Agent also picks clip length for you. Mine came out around 8 seconds each, and so the longer or shorter depending on the brief. Shorter clips cost fewer credits, so if a shot only needs a beat, say so. Second, sharing. That share button in the scene editor gives you a link. You can copy it and someone can watch in the browser without a Flow account. This is useful for a client or a colleague to sign off. Third, tools. On the left, click tools. These are pre-built workflows. Google's own plus community tools. Market where other creators publish theirs. So let's open one because it's the tool I'd point most teachers and creators to first. Under prompting, click Storyboard Studio. Pick a style. I'm going to go with realistic and get started. Now you can paste in a script you already written or describe the video at the bottom. I'm going to paste in a short script for Basecamp Brew origin story. And I need to make a few changes to make sure they know what the title and the scene is. So it's structured. Now, Up top, I can switch over to assets. Here, every character, location, prop the script needs. I'm just going to click autofill, and Flow is going to generate images for each one. Then I'm going to switch to Storyboard, and it will generate each of these. So every frame pulls from these same assets. So the character looks the same in every scene, and the location stays the same. Everything lands. So in all media, right click on any frame to animate it or add it to a prompt. So you can have it a script, a lesson, a school announcement, a product story. This is the fastest path from words to visual plan. So that's the difference between the agent and Storyboard Studio. The agent plans with you for an idea. Storyboard Studio builds from a script you already have. Widescreen or portrait, exported or shared, built by hand from a tool. Flow covers the whole path. That's Google Flow. Plan with the agent, generate images and clips, keep a character consistent, and edit it all in scenes. If you're just starting out, do one thing this week. Take a product you actually have, generate a still of it in Flow, and animate it. That one loop teaches you most of the tool. If you want more AI video tools like this, the playlist is linked on the screen. Subscribe if it helped. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.